So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have with us Mr. Guru Prashanth. Of course, most of you know he's the brand ambassador for Johnnie Walker for a long time, and he's the award winner for brand, the Diego Brand Ambassador Award 2022 and Brand of the Year Middle East 2013 and Time Out India 2005. So, most of you know, but those who don't know, he's the one of the main legends in UAE. Who
I don't call myself a legend, don't worry.
Who runs the business, who runs the UAE, the bar competition, bar trends and everything. So, first of all, how are you, brother? So you made it even though you're tired.
Oh, cheers. I'm doing fantastic. Over the weekend, I hardly have anything to do, so I keep myself occupied with one too many things. So, you know, it's always fun to inspire our younger generation and, make them more ambitious and make them more interested about the bartending culture.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. So, when I talk with my crew, when I'm talking with my friends who are bartenders and all, I'm telling them, like, my next guest is Mr. Guru. I told them. So, everyone asked me one question.
What is that?
Brother, just ask him how he made it so far. How he became the big brand ambassador and how his childhood looks like how you went through all these things and you come to UAE and within short period of time you become a big brand ambassador and well-known personality of our industry.
So it is not a short time actually. It was a long walk.
Okay.
I want to call, I keep striding for a long time. So from my early childhood days itself, I did not hesitate to do any. See, I come from a family where they educated us saying no work is smaller or no work is big.
Okay.
Whatever you have the task and make sure that you do it in such a way. There is nothing called as perfect.
Of course.
There is nothing called as perfect. Even the square is not perfect when the circle is not perfect.
Exactly.
So, whatever you are doing, do it in such a way that the next person who is coming in will rethink himself. How can he do things better, or how this person did much better?
Wow.
So one task at a time. If you just told me that such a short time I achieved so big stories. No, I didn't achieve in a shorter time.
Okay.
It was a long walk.
Okay.
It was a very long walk. And what I advise to the younger generation is take one step at a time. So many of our younger generation want to have
everything at one time.
They want to win every single competition. They want to win every single promotion. Exactly. If they don't get the promotion, they're going to change the job for 200 dirhams or 300 dirhams. Sometimes it is crazy, right? So having said, I advise them to take one step at a time and focus on one element.
Okay, that's a really good point that he talked about. People I see in a lot of in our industry for 200 dirham, 300 dirham, they just jump to other places, which is happening most of the time.
See, most of the time, money is not just a factor.
Okay.
Right. And when I speak to those people who have shifted the task, shifted their job, I ask them, why did you change the job? There are multiple different reasons.
Okay.
They don't quit the bar.
Okay.
They change the leaders whom they want to follow.
Okay.
Every individual person has got different motivational factors.
Exactly.
One, if he has, somebody would have got money as a motivational factor, but in beverage industry, what I have seen for bartenders is the knowledge and the guiding principles of the beverage or the bar leader who is leading them. They don't change the job; they change the bad boss. That's what is happening.
That's a good point you're talking about. Yes, I was thinking about So most of them, even me, I changed some of the outlets. I came to a hotel and I came to a restaurant and I changed. Now I realize I didn't quit the job. I just changed the leaders actually.
No, I thought it was the other way around. You changed the hostess. The hostess are not beautiful. You're going to change the bar.
It's a fact also. So, Mr. Guru, so in Instagram, I'm curious. When I see in first place, like 2 years ago, I came to Dubai. I'm very new in Dubai. So I came to the first a competition. I didn't participate, but one of my friends participated. Then he told me he's the Mr. Guru and he's the brand ambassador, blah blah blah, and he's a big guy. And I was like, okay, let me follow him in Instagram. What's his name? And I was like, Guru the student.
Yeah.
What is the story behind it? The Guru the student.
Everyone wants to be gurus of their own world, but me being me, I want to be the learner. You learn well, you can share that learned lessons with many others, you know. The more you share what you have, the more you get. It goes back into our culture, you know. There used to be a philosopher called as Basavanna who said, Kottiddu tanage, bachitiddu pararge, which means whatever you give to others is yours, and whatever you hide from others will never be yours.
Wow.
So learning is a never-ending game. You know, there's always new thing coming, and especially in our beverage industry, there is always new happening. The evolutions are happening. Exactly. The amount of bars are opened. There is the amount of cocktail creations are opened. Just imagine the Prohibition era. It was a golden era for the bartenders, but not so good era for all the amusement seeking people.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming back to the today's world, the beverage industry has evolved. The cocktail were created those days so that it can be consumed with those non-consumable liquids. And where we are here today is all about clarification and emulsification with all the caviars and the smoking guns with the flavor blasters. We have traveled a long way, I can say that.
Really, like UAE, I think when we compare, like I work in a cruise ship before, then I travel Germany. Like when I go to a German pub or German restaurant and bar and compare here, I'm not talking about just Germany. Like if you compare their culture and our culture in UAE, it's totally different.
100%, because UAE is a global platform, you know. It's a mini globe here. It's every person who is sitting or working here are the global citizens.
Of course, like how
so
many?
I have experienced myself. If you go out to London and check out some of the bars, there are some super cool bars.
Okay.
Supremely cool bars, and there are some bars which people do go there to just grab a beer.
Okay.
And same does over here, right? I mean, here you have the talents around the world who are concentrating in UAE, and every single day there is a new bar menu which is getting launched.
Yeah.
There's an evolution happening. The cocktail competition, the amount of bartenders are competing over here are like immaculate.
Exactly. So, come back to the point. Are you a good teacher or a good student?
Are you it's work in progress, I can say.
Okay.
It's a work in progress.
Okay.
Having said, learning never ends. More than a teacher, I want to be a good learner.
Okay.
When you learn things better, you can share things better.
Okay. So why I asked, I met one of the European girls who attend to your classes, WSET level. Then she said, it's an amazing class. I learned a lot of about wine, and we had the teacher called Guru or something like that. And I was like, okay, Mr. Guru, I think I know him. And it's like amazing. Throughout the course, she said she just inspired by you, the way you teaching, your teaching skills. So Guru the student, the teaching skills also amazing. So how you find this balance, like you being both in such a good level?
No, just follow your heart. As I told you, one step at a time. I don't overthink that what I should be doing next year or the other next year or other next year.
Okay.
You have a task right in front of you, and you have a responsibility on your shoulders. And I said earlier, do a job in such a way that the next person who comes in will think, how can I do things better than this? Or it is impossible to do things better than this. Or a person who is receiving your services, whether it may be a cocktail, whether it may be an inspirational speech, whether it may be just an education or a master class of whiskey you are hosting in. Once a person is going out of it, example I want to give you, right? There are multiple different guests you do host in your bars.
Yeah.
Everyone has got different understanding about the cocktails. And every person who is coming into your bar, they don't just want to drink cocktails.
Yeah.
Here, bartenders are losing the main charisma of hospitality, of losing the focus, wherein I want to give them back the direction what true hospitality is, what true bar operations are.
Wow.
A piece of knowledge is a piece of knowledge, but how are you going to use that piece of knowledge to enhance your guest experience and turn that into revenue?
That's the
Is what the key focus. Every single time, whether it may be a wine, it may be a spirits. We're speaking about distillation. Yeah, distillation is distillation. When was the last time a customer came to you and asked you, tell me about the history of Johnnie Walker, I'm going to drink Johnnie Walker? Never. But it takes pride and prestige. The only way to earn the respect from the guest is to display how skillful you are and how knowledgeable you are about the spirit what you're serving.
Product knowledge, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he would trust
Now,
you 100%.
100%. So, today's world, I go out in best of the best bars. You get all the super cool modern mixology of clarification and all, but when I ask them to give me a simple whiskey sour,
Okay.
they fail to do so.
Oh my God. That's...
And they'll be thinking, what is... I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of bartenders out there who doesn't know the difference between martini and martinez.
Oh my God. That's...
I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, of course. I do also.
Yeah, and again, it is an evolution. So when I go out for a training program or hosting a master class, I have a responsibility on my shoulder that at the end of that program, I have an agenda. Okay, the person should learn about A, B, C, D, and E, and how he or she going to use that piece of knowledge to develop her or his career. Practical implementation.
Exactly.
That's where many brand ambassadors and many educators fail today, because they'll be focused only around the production and the distillation and the brand stories. But how are they going to use it to convert into revenue? Not many people do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's a nice message for the young ambassadors and who's coming up ambassadors, yeah?
I'm not competing, guys. I'm just sharing my thoughts.
Exactly. So, still love bartending?
Bartending is not a job. It's a lifestyle.
Exactly. Okay. You have still this problem?
It's still a lifestyle.
Okay.
It's never ending. Once a bartender, always a bartender. Always a bartender.
I have this experience that when I go vacation, like, okay, you are in vacation for 1 month in Sri Lanka, and you go to a bar and you see this bartender inside bar you're making, and I feel itchy, I like, just want to go inside and make.
The first few years of being brand ambassador, I was missing it to my core.
Oh, really?
I just want to grab their shaker and tell them, this is not the way to shake it. This is the way to shake it. Guys, why are we like this?
It's the thing of the bartenders. Actually,
the rhythm of the shake is what kept us going, I guess,
Exactly.
It's a music in our ears.
Biggest question. So I want to talk about, like, most of them, like, I saw in social media and in real life also, weird guest requests. For me, I will tell you some. I have given. That's funny, already funny, I have given Lafarge 25 years old with Diet Coke. I have served.
I got the same one. I had to serve one of the most prestigious brands, which I cannot tell. They asked me to serve with mango juice.
Oh man.
Habibi, can I have this with mango juice? I said, are you sure? I said, yeah, no, this is a beautiful whiskey, don't kill it. But no, I drink always like this, please pour it. I said, yeah, it was always a weird request, and I was a bit hesitant to kill it. So wise thing what I did was, just to satisfy my inner peace and inner soul, I had to give them the whiskey neat on the rocks on the side and the decanter of mango juice. I said, Babi, we put how many you want to put in.
You do by yourself.
Please,
I'm not going to do that.
You fill your whiskey by yourself. So again, there is no right or wrong way to drink whiskey, or there is no right or wrong way to drink any liquid. It's all about them, how they enjoy to drink.
Enjoying it,
but there are some whiskeys which the pure passion comes in while creating it, right? When nurturing it.
By aging,
How many years?
yeah.
Absolutely. How many years sitting inside the barrel or the blending excellence of Johnnie Walker? There's so many elements around it. So we feel like, please don't kill it.
Yeah.
You know,
What you gonna do?
and most common request was Long Island iced tea, not strong. That was like, oh God, guys, you know what? Then we have to play around with something else. So we started, agree to disagree or believe it or not. The highest two of the highest selling cocktails in Dubai is going to be Mojito and Long Island iced tea and Bullfrog, right, in the clubs and all. So every time we used to have this problem, then we started layering the Coke instead of mixing the Coke. So what happens is whenever you have a Long Island iced tea served in a tall glass, so we pour the entire shaken Long Island iced tea in the liquid and float the Coke on top.
Yeah.
So that when he or she sips the liquid, he sips the actual spirit, not the Coca-Cola. Then you don't believe the complaint dropped in by 90%.
Actually, that is really nice because you test the alcohol.
It is not the right way to serve it, but when you have so many complaints coming back saying Long Island iced tea is not strong, Long Island iced tea is not strong, then it is crazy. And quick question asking to your viewers, which is the strongest cocktail you serve in the bar? Long Island iced tea, Bullfrog, or which one?
Please let us know in the comment section, yeah? So mojitos. So all the time. Like, can I have it less ice? Can I have it no ice? Oh my God! And I have to give it like in the half glass. It's not looks nice, you know. Without I cannot pour on the soda. So no, those are the common problems that all the bartenders are facing these days. I guess
True.
We cannot educate the guests. You know, like if we trying to tell them like. Ice is not about like it's the ingredient as well.
No, I had this challenge. I definitely had this challenge, and I bit of in a vision, and I say that we are in the position that we got to educate our guest. When we start educating our guest what and how we can consume things better, that's when they're going to start respecting you and starting respecting your services. See, 90% of the I keep telling in all the master classes, 90% of the customers who come into your bar and restaurant, they don't know what to drink and what to eat.
Exactly. They just
Even though you are a bar manager, is investing so much of time in creating the beverage menu, in creating the entire cocktail menu.
Exactly.
Only 30% of them are going to read your cocktail menu. Remaining 70%, they want to listen which is good at your restaurant.
Exactly.
And the first 3 questions they're going to ask you: can I get the Wi-Fi password?
Exactly.
Can I get the ashtray? Especially in UAE.
Yeah.
Can I sit outside in the winters? Can I sit inside in the summers? So those are the first 3 questions they're going to ask you.
Exactly.
So it is, for a matter of fact, it is the responsibility of a bartender or the host assisting the table to recommend good drinks and good food when they come in. I guess that is the essence of true hospitality.
Exactly.
Rather than just give the menu, wish them by the time of the day, come back, go take the orders, come back, post it in the POS system, go back, pick the drinks from the service station or the food from the pickup station, serve it. You are nothing but a vending machine.
Yeah, that's it. You are not a hospitality industry.
And very soon they will be replaced with robots to do that job.
It's very easy. So it's like when guests come to a restaurant or bar, it's like most of them I experience like they have no clue what you're going to drink next. Like you are the one who need to speak with guests and take out what you like what is your palate, and depend on the palate you should make it. That's what the bartenders and waiters must focus on these days. Like, right, not just giving the menu as you said.
True. I got a simple hack for it, simple formula to solve this biggest problem.
Okay. Guys, that's gonna be amazing.
Right.
Okay.
Simple formula to understand the guest palate is to ask how do they drink their coffee, how do they prefer their coffee.
Okay.
If a person says, okay, I want to drink the question goes simple like that: how do you prefer your coffee? Espresso, black coffee, or coffee with milk, or with coffee with milk and sugar?
Okay.
If the person says, no, I want to have an espresso, then you already know he can handle the better, bitter and better flavors.
Bitter flavors, exactly.
And then you can definitely recommend some Negroni, Belvedere, Americano. We can play around with martinis and stuff. So he can handle the flavors there. Now, he doesn't want to really have an espresso, but he is more kind of an cappuccino guy. Then you can definitely think about having some sour-based cocktail. No, he says that, no, I usually have my coffee with sugar and milk. Then he's definitely going to be a fruity and a Mai Tai guy,
Exactly, guys.
So it's a simple formula, right? Again, the same question goes to your wine selection also. How do you prefer your wine? Sorry, how do you prefer your coffee? Espresso, black coffee, cappuccino, or cafe latte with sugar. If he says that, no, I can handle my coffee with just an espresso, then he can handle the tannins in the wine. Or he may say, no, I want to drink a little bit of black coffee, and then he can play around with some good dry Chardonnays or Rieslings. Not Riesling, dry Riesling I'm talking about. Or he can talk about a Sauvignon Blanc or something. Now you want to have some... no, I usually have my coffee with milk. Then you have to think about some good grapes which coming from a warmer climatic condition where you got some fruity aromas and nutty texture on the nose and the palate. So it's a simple question, right?
Exactly.
The question you are going to be asking your guest changes the entire experience of the guest. A simple question when you are behind the bar and asking a guest, how do you prefer your drink?
Okay.
If a guest coming into your place, especially the girls coming into the bar and asking me, can I have a martini? There are so many times where the waiters and waitresses has come back to the bar and said, this is not the drink she was asking for. I said, you posted martini. But she said, no, she wants some apple in this. I said, darling, it's not a martini, then it is going to be an apple martini. So that's where I understood that the training is very essential for the floor team.
Exactly. That's a really
and the bar
point.
team, right? So most of the... I tell you this, right? Most of the trainers, especially the beverage trainers, do focus on training their bar team so much that they forget that 70% of the liquid is sold by the floor team. Right. So whenever I design a beverage program for a training program, I focus to indulge the floor team and the bar team together. That's very essential.
Exactly.
Because I've seen many bar managers doing the cocktail training only for the bartenders. Like, guys, you got to train the floor team there. I'm like, why? Because they are the one who are going to serve your cocktails.
Yeah, exactly. They are the salesperson.
They have to be knowing more about cocktails than your bar tells us. I know they are going to make the cocktails, but of course they should be knowing how to sell it better. So you got to train the bartenders, floor team, more than you train the bartenders about how to sell it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's a really good point, guys. So I know you're doing so many now the bar takeovers and master classes, so you understand the UAE market very well. Nowadays, what's going on, what's happening. So I would like to know what's on trending these days. What is the new passion that I know highballs take a major part of right now with the cocktails. Like I remember when we talked earlier, your favorite cocktail also with just highball.
Yeah.
Can we tell about this?
My favorite cocktail, guys, so far I have tasted so many cocktails throughout the Johnnie Walker cocktail competition. One of the biggest competition was where there are about over 286 bartenders were competing head to head, and there were about 250 plus bar menus in UAE. I think that's one of the highest cocktail competitions ever. I guess, I don't know, maybe the new brand ambassadors are crushing my numbers. That's where I want them to be doing it.
It is, guys.
And the biggest event which I hosted so far is Johnnie Walker cocktail competition. It's called as Johnnie Highball 2.0, where we had around 656 hoteliers under one roof. I think that was the biggest, I don't know whether
bartender get together.
Exactly.
Sadly, I was in my vacation. I was like, oh shit, I missed this. What to
No, we'll create bigger one.
Yeah, for sure.
So bigger the better. Dubai is all about that, right?
Yeah, the bigger.
Dream big. Bigger, better, and the best.
Sky's the limit, yeah.
Absolutely. The Supreme Leader himself tells something beautiful about Gizal and Lion, right? The Gizal said you should be the fastest Gizal running and to be surviving every single morning so that the lion will not hunt.
Yeah.
So if you are a lion, then you should be the fastest lion than the gazelle, so that you will not dying hungry. But Dubai, whether you are a lion or a gazelle, every day morning you get up and run.
You better start running. Yeah?
Better start running. That was amazing, actually. Yeah. Maybe I missed out a story, but yeah, rest of it is all about keep walking ahead.
Walking, keep walking, and better start running every day. So like
the trend again, coming back to the trend. What I say is. The best cocktail I have so far tasted is Johnnie Walker, licorice soda.
Licorice and soda.
That's it.
Okay. Just tell a small thing about the licorice.
Licorice is a root which acts as a sweetening agent. They use it in candies. They use it in many liqueurs. You got some licorice liqueurs also. Licorice is a beautiful, especially they use it in chocolates.
Oh wow!
A lot of licorice chocolates are there existing. You can just Google licorice root. There are so many places which you can get licorice root. The best way to get out the flavor of licorice is just to boil it.
Okay. Wow.
You put the licorice root, just boil it, fine strain it, with your muslin cloth, make it as a soda, pour a Johnnie Walker, and enjoy it.
Wow.
That's one of the best cocktails so far. So you don't. Today's world, the whole world is going towards a healthy drinking culture.
Oh, yeah.
And that is very important for every bartender to think, how much sugar are you putting in your cocktail?
Exactly.
The trend is all about health. Longevity is what every wealthy person is seeking these days. Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. Look at their photos when they were starting the startups, and look at the photos today what they are. Please Google before and after. They are completely focusing on their health. Their business is also there, but most of the bartenders out there, what we are doing is we are so much indulged with our passion, and they are forgetting about their health. And we cannot abuse our health, because down the lane you cannot be doing the same job if you are not taking care of it.
Exactly.
There are many bartenders out there like Nana Shisher, and you got Emilio, you got Rebecca out there who are encouraging about a healthy lifestyle. But yeah, guys, you got to follow them and understand how we can balance profession and personal,
Work-life and
work-life balance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's difficult. I know it is difficult.
It is very difficult, but
I'm trying hard. Trying very hard. Yeah.
Guys, you can earn money, but health you cannot.
Answering your question, the trend is all about health. How are you going to convince your guest that your drinks are designed in such a way that the health is always kept into consideration?
Exactly. So, guys, when we focus on new menus and new trends and everything, please, now it's the time to focus on the health. Yeah, not more about sugar. Like, we need to balance everything. It's all about balance, I guess.
I understand, because every individual palate is turning sweeter every day. It's not because of that's what big conglomerates are focusing on. Like if you take a toothpaste, now our toothpaste have become more sweeter compared to that of what we would used to brush our teeth earlier.
Exactly.
You start your day with sugar, and you end your day with sugar. There are many people out there like, I want a bite of sweet before I go to sleep. The sugar is more addictive than any of the drugs in the world.
Exactly.
They're super addictive. And it is the main reason for all the illnesses in the world. Call it. You name a bigger disease a human can get, sugar is the reason for it, and nobody is speaking about it. It's not tobacco, it's not about alcohol, it's the sugar.
It's the sugar.
You got to be very careful when you are designing your cocktail. Make sure that you follow a simple rule of 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is one of the lessons which I learned from one of my gurus back home. His name is Dimantha, Legends guy. Amazing guy. He was once upon a time called as a cocktail king of the world. He used to do a US TV show. He told me in one of the cocktail competitions I won one of the rounds, and I had to ask him mentorship, and I asked him, what is the formula for a perfect cocktail?
Okay.
He told me 1, 2, 3, and 4. I said, whoa, okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4, what does that mean? 1 portion of sweet, 2 portions of sour, 3 portions of strength, and 4 portions of dilution.
Wow.
Right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you maintain this proportionate, it will be a good cocktail. If you ask me, Guru, what is the definition for a good cocktail? Right? I would say good cocktails are those which your guest will enjoy the first one, which will help him to quench his soul but not the thirst, and he asks for the second one.
Exactly.
There are many cocktails out there. Today's world, the guest will taste the cocktail. If your guest is telling, interesting, then you're not at a good job.
No, exactly.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's weird. Like in modern days, I have seen so many cocktails like truffle infused or whatever. So saying, so the guest is like, okay, let me try it, and you see, drink is nice, but he will not order the second one.
No,
that is
100%.
That's saying that it's not a good cocktail.
No. And also think about the proportion size what you are serving. Whether he is satisfied. However big spender is the guest is all about. It's all about value for money.
Exactly.
There are some cocktails out there which they serve in small Nick and Nora glasses, and with 3 sips the cocktail is done, and you'll be charging 85 dirhams for that drink. No disrespect for your luxurious serving, but we have to think about value for money.
Exactly.
What makes him or her paying that money?
Right.
And it's a hard-earned money.
Exactly.
And ask yourself, if you are going to be buying the same drink, will you buy 4 of this cocktail by paying 85 dirhams? If you are using a premium liquid like Kettle One or Casamigos in your margaritas, or Kettle One in your Bloody Marys, or Ciroc, make sure that you tell the guest, inform the guest what liquid is there in the cocktail.
Exactly.
Many bartenders do think that, putting the brand name, we are degrading our bar. No. Guests will feel by putting the brand name in your cocktail menu, they feel that, okay, it is a good liquid what they're pouring in. They know the brand already.
Exactly, they know already.
And you are screaming and telling them, guys, you are paying 85 to 95 dirhams for your drink.
Made out with this.
Yeah.
So
for a premium liquid.
Exactly.
You're not paying for tomato juice in Bloody Mary, you're paying for Kettle One in the Bloody Mary.
Exactly. So guests can understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple math.
So proportion also matters.
Proportion matters.
When they design the cocktail.
That 1, 2, 3, 4 what you mentioned it's amazing. Like
exactly. If you take down the classic cocktails which has historically been created and which worldwide celebrated, take it as a mojito.
Yeah.
Margarita. Daiquiri. Yeah, there are some cocktails like Negroni and Old Fashioned which will not fit in this category, but
like
if you are a
percent is fitting that category. But
exactly.
Yeah.
If a new person wants to try the cocktail, he will not be drinking 4 Negronis. Negroni needs to be nurtured on the palate. Belvedere needs to be nurtured on the palate. Here, one new drinker will be like, it's too bitter, too sour. A mojito, a person can smash 2-3 drinks.
Exactly.
Easy.
It's the
a Mai Tai.
Exactly.
A person can drink. All the mojitos and Mai Tais, they're all about 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 portion of sweet, 2 portions of sour, 3 portions of strength, and 4 portions of dilution.
Exactly. So, Mr. Guru, discipline always matters.
What you give, you get. The world is all about mirror, right? You smile at the mirror smiles at you, because you spend hours and hours on your telephones, but missing out the people around you.